Mr. Brock, please, 4 or 5.
Thank you, Chair. Minister, you appeared before the Senate on October the 18th, 2023 at a question period, and you were asked a number of questions by 2 senators on the ArriveScam application. 4 questions were put to you. You were evasive, you were non-responsive. So let's hope your responses to committee today are a little more on point. So the question that was put to you that you did not answer was that the RCMP is investigating the shady contracts surrounding the ArriveScam. The Trudeau government hid the fact from the Auditor General and from all Canadians. And in fact, when it was revealed...
Wait 1 moment, we have a point of order.
Just to correct, Director, the RCMP are not investigating the ArriveScam
Mr.
scam.
Sousa, that's not a point of order. You can bring that up during your time. Thanks.
Just to correct, Director.
Mr. Sousa, please. Go ahead, Mr. Brock.
And when it was brought to the attention of the committee that the Auditor General did not hear about the investigation from the Liberal government themselves, but rather a story from the Globe and Mail, everyone was shocked. Canadians were shocked. And the Liberals, with the assistance of the NDP, shamefully shut down the committee after 1 full round of questions. So my question to you, sir, is who hired the GCStrategies to work on the ArriveScam? Because government officials at the CBSA are pointing fingers at each other. They're blaming each other. They're not answering the questions. So I know that you're not responsible for CBSA, but you're certainly responsible for the funding that went to CBSA to pay the $11 million to a 2-person company that works out of their basement, who did no IT work whatsoever, but simply did a Google search and found IT professionals and pocketed $11 million of taxpayer money. Who hired GCStrategies?
Thank you. And for the sake of being clear and factual, let me again point to what my colleague MP Sousa said. The RCMP is not investigating ArriveScam. So
Sir, this is my time. Who hired GCStrategies?
Sorry, we've got a point of order. 1 moment. Go ahead.
Yeah. Can we make sure that the witness has enough time? The same time that they're being asked a question, the time to be able to answer.
In this committee, I've always recognized the time as the member's time, and it's Mr. Brock to
Minister,
use, just as I'm sure Mr. Sousa yourself will be able to use your time for that.
Minister, Canadians want a straight answer from this government. We're not getting it from senior bureaucrats. We're not getting it from any member of the CBSA. Who was responsible for hiring GCStrategies and giving them $11 million of the $54 million price tag for the ArriveScam? Who was it?
So we're there to help. We're there to provide information. If there is no time to provide information, that is fine. We'll perhaps be able to provide it in writing.
Minister, will you undertake to give me that answer? Because CBSA will not give me that answer. Will you, as Minister of PSPC, give this committee that answer? Yes or no?
Now, Chair, I'm not totally new in committee meetings. I believe in previous experiences with previous chairs, the minister had approximately the same amount of time to answer as a question.
And you've actually exceeded the time now. So my question is yes or no.
So if you want me to listen to questions, that's fine. If you want me to answer questions, that might be a different matter.
I'm going to interrupt here, and will repeat what I said earlier. I've been on this committee for 8 years, and in this committee, the practice has always been it is the members' time. And gentleman's asked a question, and we always expect and request straight answers.
So Minister, I'll ask the question again. Will you undertake to this committee to give us information at who within the CBSA hired this 2-person firm and gave this 2-person consulting firm who hired IT personnel and experts and gave them $11 million? Will you give us that answer, sir? Who hired GCStrategies?
So first, the RCMP is not investigating ArriveScam. Second, the Minister of PSPC is not responsible for funding CBSA, unlike what you said earlier. So that's the second fact which I think we all need to be clear about. And third, CBSA did choose GCStrategies, and you are
CBSA
you're totally right to ask them the
Minister,
question.
Who at the CBSA was responsible for the decision to hire GC Strategies? Will you undertake, for the fifth time now, me asking this question, will you undertake to give us that answer?
Will you undertake to ask CBSA who contracted GC Strategies?
I ask the questions, you respond.
Well, I'm
you
asking
again,
the
sir.
question because you don't provide
I'm
me with
asking the
time to
question.
answer.
Will
so
you do
maybe-
that, sir? Yes or no?
No, let me be a bit more
Okay, you're
positive.
evasive, I'll move on, sir. You don't want to answer the question, I'll move on. GC Strategies has been suspended by the CBSA. How many other departments is GC Strategies currently working with?
Be as helpful as I can be. So if you want to ask CBSA a question,
That wasn't the
it's
question.
perfectly fine.
How many
appropriate
other
to ask
how
the
many other
CBSA a
government
question.
departments is GC Strategies currently bidding on and doing work for and receiving taxpayer funds while they're under investigation by the RCMP? How many other departments, and please identify them?
I'm afraid that is our time, perhaps.